slept with my boyfriend of 4 years, and then tried to comfort me through the breakup without telling me it was her. So I exposed them both in our friend group's group chat. It started about 2 months before the actual breakup. Jake suddenly got distant. He'd come home from work and go straight to his phone. Wouldn't look me in the eye during dinner. Started picking fights over nothing, like how I loaded the dishwasher or folded his shirts. I asked him what was wrong probably a dozen times. He'd just say he was stressed about work. I believed him because I'm an idiot. Then one night in March, he sat me down and said we needed to talk. My stomach dropped. He said he needed space to figure himself out, that he wasn't sure about us anymore, that it wasn't me, it was him. The whole cliche speech. I was completely destroyed. 4 years together. We'd talked about getting engaged. I thought he was the one. The next morning at 7 a.m., there was a knock on my door. It was Sarah, my best friend since college. She was holding a bag with ice cream, wine, and those chocolate cookies I love. She hugged me while I sobbed into her shoulder for probably 20 minutes. She told me Jake was an idiot, that I deserved so much better, that she'd always suspected he wasn't mature enough for a real relationship. She even said she'd noticed him being weird lately and had a bad feeling something like this was coming. For the next 3 weeks, Sarah was there constantly. She'd come over after work with takeout. We'd have movie nights where she let me ugly cry through rom-coms. She sent me motivational texts every morning, called me during her lunch breaks to check in. I remember thinking how grateful I was, how lucky I was to have a friend who dropped everything to be there for me. I even posted about her on Instagram, something about how real friends show up when life falls apart. She liked the post immediately. Then one day in April, I went to return Jake's jacket that he'd left at my place. I was finally ready to cut the last ties. As I pulled it out of my closet, a crumpled receipt fell out of the pocket. Starbucks, 2 grande drinks, 1 caramel macchiato with extra caramel, my order. 1 black coffee with 2 shots, Jake's order. Date, January 18th, 2 months before he broke up with me. I stared at that receipt for a solid minute. We hadn't gone to Starbucks together in January. I'd been out of town that whole week visiting my sister. That's when something clicked in my brain. I opened Instagram and went to Sarah's profile, scrolled back to January, and there it was, a mirror selfie from January 18th. In the background on her nightstand, clear as day, was a Starbucks cup. My hand started shaking. I zoomed in on the cup, grande size. You could even see the caramel drizzle on the inside of the clear cup. I felt like I was going to throw up, but I needed to be sure. I needed proof. I started going through everything. Jake's Uber account that we used to share. I still had the login. Found rides to Sarah's apartment complex. January 9th, January 23rd, February 2nd, February 14th, Valentine's Day, March 3rd. I checked our shared Venmo. He'd been sending her money. $20 here, $30 there. The captions were inside jokes I didn't understand. I looked at her location history on Find My Friends. She told me she was working late so many nights in February and March, but her phone was at Jake's apartment building for hours. I went back through our text messages. Every time she'd checked in on me, every time she told me I deserved better, every time she'd badmouthed Jake, she'd been sleeping with him the entire time. She'd sat on my couch, eaten my food, hugged me while I cried, and lied straight to my face for weeks. I spent 2 whole days organizing everything. Screenshots of the Uber rides with timestamps, bank statements showing the Venmo payments, side-by-side comparisons of her working late texts, next to location data showing she was at his place, the Starbucks receipt next to her Instagram post, everything. I put it all in a folder, 37 images total, organized chronologically so anyone could follow the timeline. I even color-coded some of it. Then I waited. I waited until Thursday night at 9 p.m. when I knew our entire friend group would be online and active in our group chat. I opened the chat, took a deep breath, and dropped every single image at once. Then I typed one caption. Guess who Jake needed space for? I watched the read receipts pop up, one by one. Everyone was seeing it in real time. The chat absolutely exploded. People were typing so fast the messages were overlapping. Someone said, what? Someone else said, oh my god. Another person just sent a string of skull emojis. My phone started vibrating nonstop. Sarah was calling me. I declined. She called again, declined. By the 14th call, I just blocked her number. Jake sent me a paragraph-long text trying to explain. Something about how it just happened, how he never meant to hurt me, how he was going to tell me eventually. I didn't even finish reading it before I blocked him too.